right, today we are looking at the Flash from Justice League Unlimited set. He is number 20 and is an uncommon. He's coming in with the keywords Central City, Justice League, Celebrity, and Speedster. This is the Wally West Flash. He has a trait, Justice League Unlimited. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. On the result of a 6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keyword. That's 100 points or less. His second trait, and the one we're going to break down today, is Around the World in 80 milliseconds. Free. If the Flash occupies a square on the edge of the map, and that edge is the longest edge of the map or tied for it, place him in the same row or column on the opposite edge of the map from that edge. He can't be placed in a starting area this way. He has a special movement power, hypersonic speed, free. This turn modifies speed +3, but the Flash can only move in direct paths. He has improved movement, hindering, and elevation. Okay, let's take a look at the back of his card. He is coming in at 65 points. He has the JLA team ability, which gives him a +1 movement when he does a move action. He has a 12 movement with the special movement power that we just looked at. And he has that on all 5 of his clicks. He's starting with an 11 attack, 18 defense super senses, 3 damage. You'll notice that he is indomitable and therefore has willpower. No reducers, but that's okay because we're going to be using him just like you should use a Flash to run around and stay out of counter range. You'll notice that 12 movement with his special power on his movement. We can add 3 to that, but he's going to be limited to just moving in direct paths. But that shouldn't impede us too much. So that 12 easily becomes 15 movement with hypersonic. Let's first break down and review what a direct path is per the rulebook. So a direct path can travel in any straight vertical, horizontal, or diagonal line. That means a direct path could go this direction from where the Flash is at. It could also go this way. It could also go diagonal on a direct diagonal. So the limitation of just being able to move in a direct path with that +3 to movement coupled with hypersonic speed, which is 2 distinct moves, shouldn't be too big of a deal. For example, we could move in a direct path this direction to make an attack, then move in a direct path this direction after the attack. That still would meet the requirement of him, the Flash, only being able to move in direct paths. All right, let's take a look at the Around the World trait that the Flash has. You can see, if you can see him, the Flash is all the way down here on row number 13. The long part of this map, the numbered side, is the longest side, and that means it would be tied. This side and this side would be tied as the longest sides. So we could take a free action and place the Flash from here to the square on the opposite side of the longest edge. So he's on an edge, he can free and place over here. Since that's a free action, now he could hypersonic speed, which we'll look at. All right, now that we've placed him on the opposite edge of the map, we are going to use Across the City in the Blink of an Eye, his special movement power. Within there, he has hypersonic speed and he has a free power. We're going to do the free this turn, modify speed +3, but the flash can only move in direct paths. So that makes his 12 movement into a 15 movement. Now we'll give him a power action to hypersonic, which is a move, attack, and then move. So he is going to move straight up to Black Panther. The cool thing about this flash is he ignores elevation and hindering. So he's going to go right through this hindering, right through the elevation on a diagonal. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and make an attack from right there. After his attack, he would have to break away, picking up a +2 to his breakaway roll because of hypersonic. But then he could move in a direct path this direction. So that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually getting further away than where he started. So he's getting back here to row 12. All right, let's take one more look at a different way that the flashes around the world in 80 milliseconds trait can come into play. Now, like we talked about, the Flash is a hypersonic character with improved movements. All he has as his defense is some super senses, so he has a chance to roll out, but there's no reducers, and he is only 5 clicks long. So our main goal is to make him use that hypersonic. He's going to move and attack and get far enough away that the opponent has to chase him down. So if he does get chased down here, and again, we're going to try to keep him around the edge of the map so that he can jump to the other side. But Black Panther has chased him down and tied him up, so now the Flash is based. The cool thing about his trait is he can just activate that free. There's no breakaway, there's no nothing, and we just place him on the opposite edge of the map. So he can jump all the way across to the other side. So as your opponent tries to pin him down, he can move away just very quickly. The other thing is that is a free action. So if the Flash has to take 2 tokens, so he lands an attack, that's 1 token, and then the next turn he's moving away to get some distance. Say he KOs somebody and you want to stay away to run out of tournament time. He could get double tokened here. Your opponent might take that as the opportunity to try to close the distance and base him up. But free action, just pop him over to the other side of the map. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think the Flash is a pretty fun piece. I played against him last week, and that ability of being able to jump from one side of the map to the other was actually pretty cool in action. It caught me a little bit off guard, as did his willpower. So him being able to do 2 things and then jump across the board, it's pretty cool. The hypersonic with the +3 movement gives him an extremely far reach. The direct paths are not that much of a hindrance, in my opinion. So I think he's good. I'll find a use for him on some Justice League teams. It's always good to have a speedster, and he is pretty evasive with his trait. So let me know if you plan to use him. What do you think of that type of super cool ability on an uncommon? I think it's pretty cool. All right, thanks for watching. Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.